Hello guys, how are you? My name is Alvaro Dehita and welcome to this new video on my YouTube channel. As you can remember, in my previous video I talked about the upcoming film of Jeepers Creepers, which is going to be released at the end of this year, okay? However, there were not many details about this character, so for that reason, the main subject of this video is going to be his possible origin, so let's begin. For those who have not seen any of the films, Jeepers Creepers is a character that has become an icon in the horror genre the last few years. It has a total of 3 films which were written and directed by Victor Salva. At the first glance, the Creeper could be seen as an ordinary man, and why I'm saying this because his clothes are a pair of boots, a dark tunic, but also a dark brown hat, okay? But all this is done on purpose. And why I'm saying this because the truth is that the Creeper is a demon with a pair of glass on his feet, but also a pair of wings on his back, not to mention the tremendous strength that he possesses. So definitely we are not talking about a human being, right? Also, on my previous video, I said that the upcoming film is going to be set 23 years after the events of the second film. Have you ever wondered why? Why I said this? Well, the main reason is that the Creeper wakes up every 23 years to feed on human organs for 23 days. Hear the famous phrase, every 23rd spring for 23 days it gets to eat. As I already said, the Creeper feeds on human organs, but it's not just anyone who gets trapped under his wings. In other words, the Creeper's victim is the one who is most afraid of him compared with other people, because the fear can tell him if there is something inside a person that he might like. In order to carry out his perverse ends, the Creeper makes use of a series of items in order to carry out his actions. So, for example, the first item is an all-brown truck in which he travels on the road to scare other drivers, but also to find a new victim, okay? The second item are a series of shurikens that the Creeper manufactures himself and that are based on human bones and some body parts of his victims. So the Creeper can kill anyone just with throwing the shuriken from a bow. And third and last item are a series of daggers that the Creeper uses just like the shurikens. But for some strange reason, these daggers are connected with the Creeper in a more serious way. But I am going to talk about this in a few minutes. Usually, the Creeper takes its victims to some hideouts that are old, okay? But the main hideout that is connected with the Creeper is the one that he has baptized as the House of Pain. And what is the House of Pain? We are referring to an abandoned church in the middle of the road, which its basement is made up with all the corpses of its victims, in all the ceilings and all walls, like a psychotic version of the Sistine Chapel. The Creeper takes its victims there to torture them, and then to take all the organs that he needs. So, despite the fact that we have a total of 3 films, and there are not many clues about the origins of the Creeper, but if we want to know more about this, we will need to find some clues on the first 2 films. The first clue is set on the first film of 2001, where the road trip of two siblings, Trisha and Darry Jenner, becomes a nightmare when they became the target of the creeper. And why became the target of the creeper? Because Darry convinced his sister to return to the abandoned church, the House of Pain, and to explore its basement. If we pay attention, the shape of the cross is pretty similar to a knife or a dagger. And then, when Darry is exploring the basement, we can see an illustration of the creeper marked on the floor. So, both illustration and the cross of the church, it makes me think that maybe that place was not an ordinary church at its time. Maybe it was a place where we can find some people that wanted to end with the life of the creeper. Okay? Then the second clue can be found in the second film, Jeepers Creepers 2, where a basketball team, the Bannon Spartans, and the former Jack Taggart needs to face the creeper in a terrifying night on the road after the boss suffers a strange breakdown. One night before all these events, Jack Taggart lost his son Billy in the hands of the creeper. So for that reason, he needed to find anything that was connected to the monster, and that was the moment when Taggart finds for the first time one of the daggers of the creeper. And if we look closely to the dagger, we can see that there's also an illustration of the creeper, but this time attacking a person. So it is pretty obvious that the dagger is connected to the creeper, but the dagger was made from its own benefit or in order to destroy the creeper. Also, the shape of that dagger, it's pretty similar to the cross of the church of the first film. The third and perhaps the strongest clue of all is found in the same film in an extended scene, where the character of Mincy Hayes, one of the cheerleaders of Bannon Spartans, suffers a series of visions with the spirit of Darry Jenner, who tries to warn her of the danger of the creeper. In one of these visions, Darry meets Mincy in the tall cornfields on his farm, and takes her to an area where there are the skeletons of many knights from medieval times, with a huge shield in the center that has the creeper's face as Tembon, but the other half of its face is human. This could imply that the creeper has existed for centuries and that nothing and no one has been able to kill it. Perhaps these medieval knights were a kind of a community that fought desperately to kill the creeper, and these were part of the original community of the abandoned church of the first film, and who created the strange daggers that the creeper has in his possession. On the other hand, the fact that the other half of the creeper's face is of an ordinary man could mean that the creeper was a human, but for some reason has become the creature that we all know. So despite the fact that the characters of the first and second film are different, there's a connection between them, between the youngest brother of the first film and Bannon Spartan's team of the second film. And why I'm saying this, because if we look closely to Darry's t-shirt, there is an inscription that says Bannon, and the basketball team of the second film is called the Bannon Spartans, so it is implied that Darry Jenner and the basketball team attend to the same college. Well, I think my t-shirt says it all, but my favorite character of the franchise is Darry. And why? Because, yeah, it's true that he provoked all the chaos on the first film, but I think that it was a character, a strong character that tried to help, okay, in the first film. Even after his death, he tried to prevent Mincy and the basketball team of the danger of the creepers. So, if I had the opportunity to be a character of one of the movies of the Jeepers Creepers, definitely I will be Darry Jenner. I have some news of the upcoming film of this year. The first data is that Justin Long, the original actor that played Darry in the first and second films, is going to reprise his role in this upcoming film. Then, the length of the film is going to be around 97 minutes, so it's going to be pretty similar to the original and first film. And then, on October 23rd, we are going to be able to see some new information about the movie, maybe a trailer, so we need to stay tuned. Well, that will be all for me. Thank you very much, guys, for watching my new video. And I'm working now on my next video. It's going to be amazing, so I recommend you to stay tuned on my channel because it's going to be great, the next video. So I will see you there, guys. But if you want me to talk about any other topic, I don't know, about a particular movie or a video game, just tell me in the section comments, right? That will be all from me, guys. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.